A lot can change in someone's life. Everyone walks a different path. And ours was especially different. This is a story about not just any band, but a prison band.
I had a normal mom and dad who loved me, who were capable. They had jobs, they had a normal home. It was like, a perfect family. And then I had an addict father who was really young when he had me, and he was into drugs and alcohol and his own addiction. Probably the fact that at a real young age, my dad let me do whatever I wanted. He would share his drugs and alcohol with me until a certain point he was selling and dealing, and I ended up just kind of getting into it and taking it from him and using it. And so, that was what it was being raised like. It was like 1 week with the party animal and then the rest of the week with the normal family. And the world started to cross eventually, 2009, I overdosed. I was a heroin addict, and when I would use and go take care of things. I'd get high and go out. Well, I rolled my truck at 7th Street in Glendale. It rolled in the middle of the intersection. I crawled out. I overdosed and passed out at the wheel. I was taken to the hospital and I was in a coma for 5 days. And when I came to, I had no idea where I was, why I was four-pointed to the bed. That's probably the craziest story because they said that I flatlined twice and I don't remember any of it.
What was the hardest part about being incarcerated?
Being away from your family, being away from people you care about. I was lucky. I got visits from my daughters, and we had been estranged for 10 years or so, and they started to come see me, and I was reacquainted with them. That was a great thing, because when you cause that much wreckage, from addiction, nobody wants to talk to you,
So you and Fab and Walt, how did you guys meet?
We met right there. So literally, we're at Florence North Unit in Florence, Arizona, and there is a band room right there, and that's where this all started. Me and Fab actually met on another yard, but we were both transferred here. So we had already known each other played, but we didn't write music at the other yard. We only started doing it here in 2016. That's when we started writing here. We had count at 4 o'clock.
Oh yeah, count. The means and practice of counting inmates to make sure they didn't escape.
The yard would open at like 4:45, and immediately I was running up there to the yard office, and that's where they all sit during count and bring their counts back to, and all the officers are there. I would run up there real quick, and I would say, hey, can you open the band room? And sometimes I would get lucky, and they would open it, and I would not go to chow, because chow was right after count. And so other days, we wouldn't get it open for an hour and a half. So we get like 45 minutes in the band room out of 2 hours.
Oh, hello.
What's your name?
Eric. Doonsey.
Doonsey. How long have you known Rodney, the singer?
Oh, we've known each other for about 28 years. I remember sitting in the rehearsal studio, which was actually an outbuilding. It was a shed behind the house that my mother and I were renting over in Sunny Slope.
Newsflash, Sunny Slope is an unscrupulous area of unsavory characters.
And I had there was no bathroom or restroom in there. It was just, just the equipment.
My name is Dan Johnson, and I play drums. Isn't that crazy? Like, these guys who are in, like, the worst place you can think of in the world, like, and they write this awesome music.
What was the band that you first toured with?
Brian Hidwelch, the corn guitarist, and playing for his solo band, and years later joined Red and was able to branch off and just been able to play for a lot of cool bands.
Well, I think I always was a musician, since I was a kid, but I didn't have, when I was using, I didn't really have music in my life. It wasn't until I went to prison and started having instruments around me, clean and sober for a few years, that I was able to kind of get my brain back. I started feeling a whole lot, so I started writing these songs. I'm almost 9 years sober now, and the number one topic of the songs is always, battling addiction and overcoming addiction. So, we learn in sobriety that to have balance